Hi, and my name is Margot. If you're new here, welcome to the Raven House. If you're not, welcome back. I do my readings a little bit differently. I am a hereditary healer, root worker, and astrologer. I read from tarot playing cards. I read tarot using playing cards. These are not ones that I've made. These come from a different person. But my readings come from a mix of numerology, astrology, and a little bit of hoodoo put in there. If that's something you're interested in, I'm creating a course. It's going to be linked onto my Patreon. The link is down in the description. Okay. I just want to get started because already they're flipping over like crazy. First of all, I do a 9 grid, 3 columns, 3 rows, and the middle T grid is already revealing itself right away. Okay, I feel like this one and that one. Okay, and we're gonna have a look at what's going on. Let's start right down the middle. First of all, at the top, I do north, south, east, and west, and that I correspond that to earth, fire, air, and water, respectively. And in the north, what has to do with earth and your physical reality, we've got options, opportunities. This is Venus in Scorpio. I can't talk today. This is about having many opportunities, and this can go 2 ways. Okay, first of all, this is about either having many opportunities and your pick of the litter and choices in this situation, or it can mean being overwhelmed. This is also, like I said, Venus in Scorpio. This is hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned energy, but there's also a lover's tiff situation going on, because this can go either way. So let's move down. And I'm thinking about the lover's tiff thing, or just a lover's, or it doesn't have to be a lover specifically. It could be more about something that someone who 2 people are passionate about, and at the same time they're on each other's level, and they probably bonded through that, because in the middle, in the dead center of the 9 grid, we have Mars in Aries energy. This energy is essentially about finding like-minded people and having a heated argument or a heated debate about something. Or it doesn't have to be something that like you're disagreeing and you're angry with each other. It could be like you're like really passionate about it and sharing this. I see someone coming up with new ideas. In the south, now we're looking at the middle column of this 9 grid, okay? In the south, we have Taurus energy. Now, the court cards are more about your personality and personality traits that are coming forward or should be coming forward, or maybe should not, depending on the context. Okay, but we're talking about personality traits, and this energy is about luxury. It's about the 5 senses. It's about enjoying what's within your reach, the good parts of life. And there's a luxury. There could be someone who actually is a Taurus, but it's in the southern position. The south energy, which is fire energy is about initiation. It's about growth. It's about leadership, invocation, change, essentially things that need to be changed. And this is sitting in that. Okay? And that's sitting in the middle row. So what I'm getting from this energy right here in the middle, someone needs to take up on opportunities that are sitting right in front of them. Some of y'all are out here talking all the time about the things that you're in love with and you're passionate about, but what you need to take ownership. That's what it feels like. Okay, we're gonna move to the left and to the right, because the T grid of this 9, the T zone of this 9 grid is actually what's standing out first. So we're gonna look in the dead west, which has to do with emotion, which has to do with intuition, which has to do with spirituality, etc. This is Aquarius energy. And of course, we've got court cards again. This is another queen, your second queen. This is Aquarius energy. This is shrewdness is the word that comes to mind when I look at this card. This particular card is what shrewd means, if you don't know, because a lot of people just assume that the word shrewd means being cold. That's another meaning for it, but it actually means having or showing a sharp sense of judgment, having clear judgment on what's going on. So and it's sitting in the western position, which again has to do with emotion, intuition, spirituality, but it's in this case especially is intuition. So having a clear intuition and also having the confidence to say, you know what, no, I can tell in my spirit that this is not the right thing to do. Okay? And in the Western position, because it's already up, we have Virgo energy. This is your third court card. So we've got a lot of emotional status that needs to be dealt with, because we've got two cards in the north and in the center that have to do with your situation, because that's what the rest of the cards are. From 2 to 10, those are what's happening in your situation around you in general, what's happening to you, or the energy that you're giving off. But the court cards are essentially the different types of personalities and how they need to be portrayed, or what they are or are not portraying. Okay, and this Virgo energy is in the dead east position, which is about internal dialogue and communication, how you think. So there are ideas that are coming up with this Virgo energy. There's a lot of a desire to communicate. There's a desire to start new things and create new ideas, and to get started on projects. You have whole lists of things that you want to do. You may be very ambitious even. But you may also have kind of a hard judgment on yourself, and that's sitting in the east position. So that's your inner, and that could be an inner dialogue or inner thought. Okay, let's look at the rest of the cards. Let's get a clarity of what's going on here. So we got northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast. Okay, let's look at northwest. So in the northern western position, we got, this is also the Tower card, but this is 6 of Wands. This is Jupiter in Leo. Okay, now for me as a reader, and I talk about this all the time, for me as a reader, the Tower card is not a bad card. It is only a bad card if you are not willing to allow change in your life. If you're trying to hold on to things that don't serve you anymore, this is going to be a problem. This card is going to be a problem for you, real quick. So, but this is also Jupiter in Leo. Jupiter is about recognizing your abundance. This is about recognizing what you have in front of you, about expansion, and it's set in Leo. Leo is about basically being the light of the party, center of attention, etc. You find your best happiness in the things that actually make you the center of attention, more or less. The things that make you the star of the show. When it comes to whatever you're creating or whatever your project is, or what, I have not gotten yet anything specific of what is going to happen, but there's something that is, and I want to also point out again, it's in the north position, which has to do with the northern northwest position. North has to do with your physical reality. West has to do with your intuition. So what you need to allow in your emotionally in your physical that has to do with your physical reality is change. Don't hold on to change, because the change that's coming in is actually going to be to your benefit. Okay? And now we're going to go to the other side, the northeast position. We have, that is Jupiter in Capricorn energy. That's really good. This is also the High Priestess, this particular card. Now, Jupiter, again, is about expansion. It's about finding your abundance. It's about recognizing what you are wealthy in, and it's in Capricorn. Now, Capricorn energy gets their excitement from the challenges around them, and the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about finding a balance, an internal balance. Okay, almost alchemizing. There's a counterbalance between this and the Temperance card. The Temperance card is about creating an alchemy in your mental state, but also in your physical reality, to alchemizing trust with the ether in order to and with what you allowing. I'm talking about the Temperance card. Okay, we're talking about allowing your spirit guides to guide you as you do things, and between the two creates an alchemy that transforms into something that's for your benefit. This is a similar energy with the High Priestess, but it's internal. It's about allowing yourself to trust what you're feeling so that you can get better guidance on how to conduct yourself spiritually. And this is, again, in the northwestern position. North is about what you're dealing with physically, and the west has to do with, it's in the east. This is the eastern position, the northeast position, excuse me. The northeastern position, the east has to do with your mind, your inner dialogue, your communication. is connected to Mercury. Even the air energy is connected to Mercury. So this is very, very, very much about allowing guidance from spirit in order to give you a strength internally to even take initiation with the things that the projects and whatnot that you're meant to do. This is sitting right over this, okay? Now, down here, now in the south position, we got southwest and southeast. To start with southwest. This is underneath, this is in dead east, and underneath it is this card. This card is Moon in Cancer, okay? 4, and it's the 4 of hearts. 4s are about stability. Hearts are about the emotions. So stability in the emotions, and this card, Moon in Cancer, yeah. Moon in Cancer is about response when it comes to the people that you're surrounded by. Okay, you see how there's 3 cups of dead plants underneath, and then there's somebody offering something new. You see how apprehensive she is? This indicates to me that, and again, this is in the southwest position. South has to do with emotions. West has to West has to do with emotions. South has to do with initiation, invocation, change, taking leadership, etc. What you need to do is learn how to freaking trust. Because what happened in the past is the past. I know that's not very simple. It's not that simple. You went through a lot of crap. There's a lot of stuff that you may have felt and may have gone through that has made it difficult for you to believe in that you can trust again. Okay, because essentially when you, and I'm talking from personal experience as well as experience I've seen by proxy with close relatives and whatnot, when you are just lumping everybody together and assuming everybody who is a guy, everyone who is a certain belief or a certain race or whatever is just like the one person or the 2 people in that same category that have hurt you, then, and I don't know if I can trust any of them again. It's something that's coming from an internal space. So that internal space needs to be addressed so that you recognize that just because something happened in the past doesn't mean this new person is going to do the same. That's not easy to do, but it's possible, okay? And now on the southeast side, and this makes a lot of sense. Okay. So we got somebody hiding behind a door, okay? This is Sun in Capricorn energy. You got Capricorn flanking Virgo on your east side. My God. So, woo! So there is a lot of, you got all 3 earth signs, P.S. And that's, somebody is codepending on their physical reality in order to govern how they conduct themselves. I see that. But in this particular sense, we're talking about this card. This is Sun in Capricorn. Capricorn energy. And again, you got another 4 flanking on either side of this Taurus energy. This is what's holding you back from enjoying what you have produced in life. The fruits of your labor, I'm hearing in my head. You're not enjoying the fruits of your labor. What you've done, what you're passionate about, what you've done, what you've created over the days, weeks, months, years, decades, I don't know, have been just sitting there. That's the energy that I'm getting from especially from this card. And what I want to also point out, there is a good thing and a bad thing to stability. Someone who codepends on stability instead of being willing to take a risk, the reason why you're not losing anything is because you're not gaining anything either. You're not willing to allow anything to change. The original 4 of Pentacles card is a guy sitting there clutching to 4 pentacles. Okay? There's nothing moving. They have all their money, but they're not gaining any more by risking trying to, put investments in anywhere or try to share with anybody. And again, this is in the Eastern position. So you may be, it feels like you're keeping your thoughts to yourself. And that may be a good thing in some areas. But as far as expansion on what you are already abundant in, okay, this is in the middle. This is something you're on fire for. I don't know what it is. You do. There's something you have been talking about all the time that you are passionate about, that you love to do, that you love to talk about, that I feel so like, I just want to tell you about it. Like, that's the energy I feel right now. You love talking about this thing. You love doing whatever this is. You will debate people to the ground, and you know you're right about the situation. And a lot of people notice that you make a lot of damn sense. And with this knowledge that you have authority your reality has so many opportunities coming towards you. And you, in turn, also have the option to take some incredible, and really enjoy what you have sitting in front of you, what you have authority in. This is in the southern position. This card is in the southern position, which is about taking authority. You have authority in something that will make you a lot of money. The problem here is that flanking this card right here, you have this crap and this crap. You see this? What's blocking you from enjoying something that once you take leadership of, you will have the most amazing time of your life, is worry that someone's going to betray you and hurt you and try to steal your ideas. So, because maybe something that's happened to you before, you had a great idea, or you shared something with somebody and they offered to be your friend, and I heard someone conned you out of it. And for some of you, it's somebody who said something, and this is sitting in the Western position, so someone may have hurt your feelings when it came to your ideas, and they just didn't understand, and they made you feel like made you doubt yourself. You've tried before to try and share what you're passionate about to some people, and it just didn't work out. Okay, and that's something that you have to take time to heal. Okay, and then on the other side of this, you're not even doing anything because of the things that you have gone through that has broken your heart and hurt you. The people that you thought that you could trust in this situation have ruined your self-esteem, and now you're not even doing anything. You don't even think about it. Now you've got, in the Eastern position, you've got this card. You got this card over top. On the other side, this card. Okay, so this card right here, like I said, Jupiter and Capricorn. This is about nurturing your thoughts and allowing yourself to be guided on little things that could be done. Now, twos are about balance. I as a reader look at the twos as something that has to do with something more intimate. So we're dealing with an intimate interaction, and that is concerning your physical reality, but also is about building, because it's in the Eastern position, it's about building trust in your mind about the situation that you're in, and taking it one step at a time, and allowing the ether, allowing spirit, allowing source to guide you where you need it, your ancestors, whomever, God, whatever, and building that trust again from what you have gone through on the Western side that has messed with your mind and your spirit. Over here on the Western side, we have Jupiter in Leo. Underneath that, we have Aquarius energy, which is the shrewdness that you need to be able to say, you know what, no. This is what I believe. This is what I'm passionate about. And you're going to support me. You need to, either you support me or you get out of my way. Because it's not fair. I know that I'm right in believing this way. I know that this is what's going to get me to a place where I am happy, successful, making plenty of money. And if you can't see that, then just stay out of the way. You don't have to support me. Fine. I believe in myself enough to make my reality what it is. You hurting me is not going to help me here. I can't have you hurting me anymore. I can't listen to you anymore. You're not helping me. You're holding me back. I know I can do this, so just stay out of my way, and I will prove it to myself. Forget you. I will prove it to myself that this is the reality that I can be. That person that is supposed to be your support system, that's the problem. Whoa, God, I'm like overwhelmed right now. That person you keep running to that same fucking person. A dad? Maybe? Father figure? Something like that? That same one person, you keep hoping that they will support you and believe in you. You can't keep going to that person. You can't keep going to that person. I am so agitated for you right now. Please stop going to that person. Find new people. Find new people. Because this person is not going to understand until they see it in front of them. Okay? You know what you're capable of doing. You got authority in this stuff. It's in the center of your reading. And when you talk to other people, they get it. So go to them. Patreon. Get a Patreon. Go online. Start a YouTube channel. Start a TikTok. Find your people. Talk to them. Stop running to your dad. Stop running to this person that keeps telling you that until you get your shit together in a way that I understand, you can't be doing that stuff too. They may be looking out for your best interest because they care about you, they love you, they want you to, they want to know that you're safe, but you have to either find a middle ground or do something that you know, or just get away from them. Just get away. Find some other way to support yourself, and in the meantime, build something that makes you happy, that makes you better money than the McDonald's job that you're at, and be able to turn it into something that you can. But you have to first understand that you're in charge of your reality. You're the one who helps you, and that's that belief in yourself is what's going to encourage you to take action and make a list of things that you can do step by step in order to create a reality that's going to manifest into something that says, you know what, see, I told you so. Got 2 cards here. You got 3 cards, excuse me. You got solar calm with clarify, okay? We've got Pluto with rebirth, so transformation as well. And then we have descendant with invitation. So we're going to get these out of the way and then we're going to stop because I'm trying not to make these too long. Where's the little booklet? Why is my life like this? Where's the booklet? Okay, it's over there. I'm so like, for you right now. I was like, why are you? Oof, God. I'm gonna have to cleanse after that one. Okay. Solar calm with clarify. Appreciate the deep, energizing quiet of this time. And it's sitting in the west position, excuse me. Work for steady progress and play the long game. Work for steady progress and work and play the long game. I will clarify. Listen to your muse and support the arts. Take a creative approach and work towards positive change within the systems that are now in place with the gentle, steady pressure. Some of you may be in a lull a little bit. Some people may have actually know to get the hell away from that person that's hurting you. So not everybody is going through that particular. I was very particular when I just did that whole thing with you. I can't keep listening to you, Dad. Like kind of feeling that just kind of washed over me. Some of you may be just dealing with some internal stuff that may have happened from long ago, and it's manifesting as something. I've been there. I've been picked on as a kid, and it still followed me into this chapter of my life. That kind of thing. So it's different for each person. Take a creative approach. Step down. Find like minds and grow those deep connections. That's what I was just saying. Find your people. You are the sum of the 5 people you're surrounded by, and one bad apple destroys the whole bunch. Stay away from somebody who's consistently making you feel like shit for believing in what you believe in or wanting to do what you want to do as a career or as a future. Okay, that's none of their business. It's your life, not theirs. Okay, be respectful, but get the fuck away from them. Okay. Listen to the quieter voices that are not usually heard, whether this is the whispering voice in your intuition, the subtle voice of the introverts, or the underrepresented. In romantic relationships, hold hands and look for places of quiet refuge together. That I felt the need to read that part, but it's more about your future. So if you have somebody who does support you, who is a romantic other, or someone who is supportive of you and who may be family. There may be an aunt. Some of you got an aunt that believes in it. That may be similar to you, or some sort of aunt or uncle or cousin. I wanted to say neighbor too. Maybe there's a neighbor. Look to them. Release with them. Share your passions, what you love to do with them. They're like you. They understand you. They see you. Stop trying to gain this asshole's approval. They're not gonna. No disrespect to your dad or whomever this is. If they're being a jerk, they're being a jerk. You're stop chasing down their approval. You're never going to get anywhere that way. Stop it. In the middle, we got Pluto with rebirth. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio and is a powerful planetoid. It takes 248 years to traverse the zodiac. Coming down, I feel like, no, Okay, most myths connected to Pluto, the god of the underworld, have two major characteristics. Two major characters. One who descends into the underworld to be and to return reborn. Okay, and you got descendant in here, so we're gonna get to that. Moving down, Pluto calls for three actions. First, to dig deep. The second, to be willing to transform. Keyword here is willing, because a lot of people are like, well, I just need to change, but there's still some psychological stuff that makes them believe that they're not worthy for the change they're going for, or want to go for, intend to go for. Okay, so focus on that worthiness. And to be willing to transform, and third, to use power wisely. Okay, the Pluto calls you to drill down, dig up what is worthy, what I say, and bring it to the surface. Then rinse away the dirt and uncover the gold. So that's I'm gonna stop right there. I want to stop right there. So it's what's really important with this one right here is to understand that in order for you to transform, you have to recognize that you're worthy. When I talk about like magic and spirituality and things like that, I don't teach spells. You can find spells anywhere, and you still need to work on them, find a relationship with the ingredients, etc. But if you are still in a space where there's some part of your spirit that still believes you're not ready, haven't done enough, you haven't put more time in it, you don't have enough time to do it. These are all manifestations of I'm not worthy. This is something that gets in your way. So focusing on those parts of yourself that says that you are not worthy enough for that thing that you're trying to cultivate a spell for, this is what needs to be dealt with. This is how you find transformation. You're dealing with yourself here. Digging deep underneath and uncovering to the surface the things that hurt the most, kicking off the dirt and nurturing the wounds. This is how we change. All right? Now, the last one, and then we're going to stop for the day. 37, descendant. While the ascendant describes how you enter the world, the descendant is the place where you invite equal parts to come into your world. Okay, so what you invite in. Moving down, look at how you invite others to dance with you, to relate, be welcoming while also keeping healthy boundaries in place. I'll read that again. Look, I heard. Read it again. Look at how you invite others to dance with you, to relate. Be welcoming while also keeping healthy boundaries in place. Once you feel comfortable about the ground rules for the people you bring into your life, it is easier to open your heart. Now, if you notice that you keep people at a distance or avoid meeting new people, investigate this habit. Though it might have been important to protect you at one time in your life, consider how it is working for you now and what would help you feel safe when enough to open this door. Okay, let me look at things. Let me show you something else here. I'm mainly talking to women as an example right now, but this applies to just about anybody. Okay, I'm talking to the ladies right now. Let me lay something thick on you, ladies. Okay, guys, just sit back. I'm not even attacking. This is not your responsibility. This is not your job. Just listen. All right, the ladies, I'm talking to you. A strong, independent woman never has to admit to anybody that they're strong and independent. None of us need to open our mouths and make that statement. You walk into a room and people get the point. That's how it goes. If you feel the need to actually open up and say you're a strong and independent woman, it's more for validation to find support for something deep down that you still feel insecure about, which means you need to spend more time practicing that phrase in the mirror while you smile and look yourself over. Find what you like about your body. Okay. Give yourself a little and give yourself those moments. You can go as far as you'd like to. There are certain things you can't bring up on YouTube that you could do in order to increase your confidence. That's something you practice in the mirror. That's something you heal internally. This is back to that Pluto energy where you dig deep down and you come to understand what is going on that makes you feel like you are not worthy of being called a strong and independent woman by you, so that you are able to actually move forward, walk into a room and never have to bring that up. I never bring it up. I don't have to. Because it's not important for you to hear that from me. I know what the hell I am. And the reason why I'm bringing this up right now is because that center of confidence sets the standard for who is allowed to come in and who is not. When you talk that way, you set your worth to the room with your energy. And those people who cannot handle it, stay the hell away. And if they can't handle your energy, it's because they can't afford you energetically. Okay? This is something you practice when you're alone. This is something you practice with yourself on a regular basis when no one's around. No one else needs to hear you talking about how strong and independent you are. You're the only one that needs to hear it. When you emulate that in your energy, you bring people who are worthy of your space. Okay? This is so necessary. And it manifests a little different with the other genders, with people who are male presenting, etc. It manifests a little bit differently. But it's still the same basic principle. When you understand your worth, you know who you deserve to have in your life. You don't even need to essentially know, because those who match your vibe will gravitate to you, and those who cannot afford your energy or are not worthy of your energy, they will say you've changed, but they're gonna leave. It's not that it's when you have somebody who is talking about you've changed. Those are the people that still have stuff to deal with in their own life, and they may think that you turn into some sort of bad person when you haven't. You just understand your worth. If you have something that you know is worth $6,000 and you go to a pawn shop and they're like, I'll give you $6 for it. No, you're going to take it to somebody else. You're going to take it to an auction. You're going to take it to someone, a jeweler or whatever it is. If you know how much it's worth, you're going to keep looking around until you find the right person to give you what that thing is worth. And it's the same thing with your own energy, okay? I cannot stress this enough. That's a phrase I say a lot. I cannot stress this enough, but it's the truth. I want you to be clear to yourself. Forget everybody else. I cannot, this is something I need you to understand. Your worth is not clarified by you telling somebody your worth. A lot of people will tell you that something that is actually worth $6 is worth $6,000 because their intention is about looking like they're worth everything. They say they are, instead of actually being worth that much. Some people will say that something is worth way more than it is, so that they can con you out of something. In whether it be a thing that you're trying to sell off because you claim that something is $6,000 when it's really just $6, or actually having a personality that's worth $6 when you're trying to make it look like you have $6,000, you're worth $6 million or more, just so you can get some badge. I was trying to edit myself, and it's like I had all the dirtiest words in my head. That's okay. My point here. Some people are trying to exude more worth than they actually are, instead of actually building up their own value. And those people are the ones that will be like, "Oh, you changed," when they start to feel the juxtaposition of standing next to your light. That's a them problem. You keep standing your ground, standing on business about who you are, and you will not ever have a problem with any of this. Okay? I hope that resonated with you. If you like anything that I have, please like, share, and subscribe. I do my best to do readings like this daily, 6 days a week actually. And again, if you're interested in learning how to read tarot like I do using playing cards, I'm creating course. Excuse me. I'm creating a course, but I'm leaking the videos onto my Patreon, and that's in the description below. All right. I love you. Know your worth. Practice in the mirror. Let that sink in. The words that you say. Smile when you say it, and that energy will exude itself when you walk into a door. You do not need to tell everybody your worth, and that's any gender. Okay. I love you. Take care of yourself.